and welcome back to Bloons Go Boom, your one-stop for all of the monkey-popping balloons nonsense on the internet. Welcome back to our series on the spookiest maps on the hardest difficulties. Today we are taking on Carved on hard, the standard hard mode, as we work our way up to chimps mode. And let's get started. We are going to start with our hero right here at the top of the stem of the pumpkin, and let's get it going. This is one of my favorite beginner maps. I love the theming of it. I like how long it is, the different, cross pathings you get, and then you do have, enough water to be able to use water towers effectively. Let me know in the comments if you've gotten this map all the way through chimps mode. Have you black bordered it where you've done every single metal? Where do you stand on this spooky map? Next thing we're going to do is we are going to put our buccaneer kind of at the corner of the first eye. We want it to cover as much of this, kind of mouthpiece as possible, giving it the most area of damage, area of attack that it can have. We're going to give it long range. If we put it closer up here, once you give it long range, it kind of disappears up this stem and you're not getting the maximum amount of range. Not a humongously difficult portion, especially on a beginner map like this, but it is something you want to check out and just, start practicing, making sure that your ranges are covering the most amount of track possible, especially as you start working your way up to intermediate and expert maps. We're going to go with the crow's nest so that it can see camo, which isn't hugely important because Sauda can see camo. We just want to make sure that we're working our way up to it, because we eventually want to make this a merchantman and have it to be a very important part of our economy. Speaking of economy, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our first banana farm right between the eyes. And we're going to do this with only one banana farm. We're going to take this all the way up to around 100. Alright, let's increase production so that every round we get a couple more bananas coming out. Or I should say candy corns coming out, because it's that time of year. And the greater production giving us even more candy corn and 20 more cash. And alrighty, we've made it up to round 18. If you're still watching, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. It really helps out smaller channels like ours, and make sure that you do not miss any of our insane balloon popping videos. We try to put them out as quickly as possible. We've got about 2,400 once we finish this round. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm working on, there you go, 2,900. 2,590 is what we needed for a merchantman. So now we're making money at the end of rounds with our buccaneer. We're making money during the rounds with our farms. Sauda is covering the majority of the balloon popping. We're going to upgrade this now to a hot shot as well. So now our buccaneer can destroy lead balloons. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn this farm into a marketplace. It's my favorite pathing for this banana farm. I do also like doing the bank as well, but I just don't think the money you make per round, especially after round 50, matches up as much as it needs to for it to be truly effective. Also, the banana plantation, getting it all the way up to the banana factory, is a lot of fun, but it takes a lot of concentration. You have to hover your cursor here, you have to make sure you're always moving it back, and you have the potential to miss so many different, so much money. This, it's automated, it goes pretty quick, and I think it is the most effective use of the banana farm. If you think differently, let me know in the comments. Next thing though we're going to do, we're going to place a druid, and we want it to be right here on the left tooth of the jack-o'-lantern, and we are going to middle path this all the way up. And then we're also going to do the hard thorns and the heart of thunder. It's the best cross path for your spirit of the forest. And now you can see we're not having many things actually break through our first two towers, so we don't have to focus too much on this third tower right now. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put a thumbtack right here, so it's got at least 2 crosses that it can do, and it's got this corner, so everything will be eaten up right by this portion. We're going to do faster shooting all the way up to the tier 4, the Ring of Fire, and we're going to do more tacks. This is really going to help us out against our Moab, and in some of these higher rounds when some things go faster and shoot through, we're going to be able to stop those pretty quickly. We're also going to upgrade to the Jungle's Bounty portion for our Druid. Use Sauda's ability to pop the Moab, or finish off popping the Moab, and everything else cleans it up. I know we just ended one of our boss events, the new Blastopolis. Let me know where you finished ranking. Did you use our video guide to keep it, below 600k was what we tried to use in our guide. I did not have another score that beat the one I used in the guide. I tried it a couple times, a couple different strategies, but I couldn't get through tier 5 with less money. So if you were able to do it and beat the score that we put up, let me know in the comments below, or if you used it our guide at all, let us know how you did. Going through round 47 now, and really what we're waiting on right now is to be able to upgrade our Spirit of the Forest. But first, let's put the favor trades up. So the favor trades, I like this a lot because not only does it increase the amount of money you're making per round from the Buccaneer, but when you trade anything that now gets this logo above it, it will now trade for more than it would have before. That Moab, and you can see from our round 40 Moab to this round 51, the only thing that we actually changed, and same with this one, is we upgraded this Buccaneer. Remember in the first one, the 40, we needed to use Sauda's ability right around here to pop the Moab, whereas the Druid of the Forest is actually taking it out. We don't have to use any abilities, so it's, it does increase the striking power and the strength of this tower, even though you're mainly doing it as a money-making endeavor. And you might be wondering why I think the Spirit of the Forest is so powerful on this one. Why am I going for it so early? If you've seen any of my other videos, especially on Ancient Portal or Haunted, I don't go for this tower so quickly. It's normally an end game tower for me, just to kind of help clean things up. It's because this is such a long, winding map that the more thorns we can have out, the more damage is being constantly output. So here we go. And the thorns also, if you just saw that, I apologize for not slowing it down. We had a bunch of camo balloons going around, and because we don't have a monkey village attached to either of these two towers, our Inferno Ring and our Spirit of the Forest Druid, those ones don't have camo detection. But the moment we place these up, these thorns, we're able to pop the camo balloon. So the thorns do gain camo detection when you buy the Spirit of the Forest Tier 5 upgrade. Good to know, because when we have DDTs coming at round 90, I know that's kind of our big hurdle for a lot of people because they move so fast and they have camo detection, and they have camo buff. That's such a big deal to be able to use these spikes to slow them down and do damage while they're on the entire map. There is nowhere they can go where they're not having damage done. Went through round 60, no problem. Made it, these thorns really did a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and do the Trade Empire upgrade as well. Get this to a tier 5. And right now my goal is really not to add a whole lot of towers. I mean, if we can do this with, 5 towers, I'm happy. And I think that'll kind of be our pseudo challenge for this one. I don't know if it'll work or not. I haven't done it before, but the way it's going right now, we have 2 tier 5 towers. We have a really strong hero. We've got our economy. I mean, why can't we go through all 5 rounds? Or all 100 rounds with these 5 towers, especially if we can upgrade this marketplace and our Inferno Ring to tier 5. Let's do it and see how it works. Okay, getting to round 65, a lot of more powerful Moabs, but because we have, you know, a tier 5 Monkey Buccaneer taking them out and the Thorns all throughout with our Spirit of the Forest, I think it's really getting to be a little bit easier for these ones. And that's why a lot of people don't realize this, because you know, tier 5 towers do get to be so expensive in a lot of different points. Your tier 5 tower is significantly stronger than a number of tier 2, 3, or even tier 4 towers. So it almost always is better to go with tier 5 towers whenever possible. Let's upgrade this to that central market. And then how much do we need for this Inferno Ring? 46,685. Definitely going to be able to get that somewhere around round 80. I'm probably thinking we're going to get it before, but even if it's not, I think we'll be able to take a ZOMG on this long of a map with these towers just fine. What about Sauda? What's our hero at? She's at level 12 right now. We're going to leave that as is. And I genuinely don't mind buying levels for my hero. I think especially once they get above level 10, you really do get a lot of bang for your buck with how much more damage they can do. I have a video about how Adora's blood sacrifice ability and how you can get that achievement, the Kalima achievement, up on the channel, but it shows just how ridiculously strong a tier 20 Adora can be in the 60s, and that they can just solo an entire round by themselves. So, you know, your heroes are around. A lot of people use them for early game stuff, but they do really well when you level them or, you know, over level them quickly. And I don't think I've asked this question before, so but in the chat or in the comments, definitely let me know who is your favorite hero to play as. I know Benjamin's really fun and you know, super popular. I know Quincy, because he's the first one you get, everyone knows how to play with Quincy, and he's very, very user friendly. Let me know in the comments though, who is your favorite? Who do you play with the most? All right, now we've got our tier 5 Inferno Ring. So that one shoots the fire out. So I mean, we're getting a lot of off-screen damage here, which there's only so many rounds that you can do that to. But because we're having the Inferno Ring shooting out there, and our Spirit of the Forest Druid is holding everything out there with its thorns, I mean, we're getting through rounds and we're not even able to see what's happening. So that's pretty cool. And as I said, I don't mind upgrading my heroes, and because, like I said, we're going to make this a tier 5 tower challenge, and we're just going to upgrade everything. We're just going to keep upgrading Sauda every chance we get, because there's no real reason to increase our economy anymore, because we have no more upgrades to gather. So why not make sure we have the strongest heroes possible? And here's our level 80 ZOMG, and there it goes, and there goes everything else. Wow, that was fast. Well, obviously our Druid Monkey is our Monkey Star. There's our medal. There's some, you know, candy for our collection event. Let's dive in and get to round 80, because we need to see, does this strategy hold up against the pads? And I always want that free Insta-Monkey. I think the Insta-Monkey today is actually going to be a bomb shooter. Alright, there we go. Get to level 16, Sauda. When she gets to 17 and she can really start slicing through multiple layers at once, I mean, she does a lot of damage. So we're going to keep an eye out for that. We're going to keep doing as much damage as possible. Okay, level 83. 83 is one of those common levels that I do seem to have trouble with on certain chimps maps. This one doesn't seem to be as big a deal. 83, 90, and 96 seem to be the most difficult rounds on chimps mode, depending on what strategy you've got. I just know in kind of making notes and making other chimps videos, those always seem to be the ones where, well, how did I die there? Alright, so level 17. Oh, there you go, level 18. Even faster. Tanash, her animation is just a blur. She's attacking so fast you can't even actually see him going by. She is cutting through these ZOMGs, especially when they're on fire from the Inferno Ring. There we go, level 19. Enchanted Blades do extra damage to regrow fortified and camo balloons. That's super important because, like I said, those DDTs do qualify as camo balloons. So anything we can do to kill them quickly and pop them as fast as possible. So Thorns, powerful Inferno Rings, and now Sauda's ability. And finally, much more powerful Sword Charge, so we can just use our Sword Charge ability, and she'll do it 3 times. She'll cycle the entire map. And as you saw, before I even clicked that, we did have the DDTs pop by the time they got to this section before they got into the carving, so that's pretty good for us. ZOMGs, but they're not making it past the Inferno Ring, so we're going to make it to level 93. There we go, there are DDTs, pop, 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 pop. Perfect. Went right through those, that's awesome. They did go pretty far, so I might be using an ability on the next set of them because they got right to the Spirit of the Forest. Druid, they didn't get too far back, but I just want to make sure that we're not losing a significant amount of lives when we don't have to. As you can see though, my lives are going up every round. I get 3 lives from this central market. That's one of the monkey knowledges I have turned on. I have almost all of them turned on at the moment. Let's use that ability, cut through a bunch of those. Use Sauda's other ability to stomp and make a wall so nothing can get by. And there we go, off of round 96. Use it again just for fun. And I love using abilities. I know there's a lot of channels out there that say, no abilities, no monkey knowledge, or anything like that. That's just part of the core fun of the game for me. I love using the monkey's abilities. I don't like showing it a lot in videos where it's completely necessary that you have to do it when the balloon crosses this set of thorns. I'd rather it be, hey, I'm doing it for fun. I'm spam it whenever, spam it to see the cool animation, to see how much damage you can put out, how fast you can get these rounds done. That's kind of more my strategy, but let me know what you guys think. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, we actually lost. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So that was our, 5-tower challenge. Obviously, we've got enough money. I am just going to continue this portion, and we're going to see what we should have done instead. What I normally would like to do, especially if this is the problem we have with these DDTs, is a camo balloon where it can see quite a few spots. So here we go. And I'll put it up to just a tier 4. The difference between tier 4 and tier 5 in this case is almost non-existent, but the reason I'm doing a ninja there is because it's got the automatic camo detection. And the next thing we'll do is we will put a wizard monkey right here in the middle of these guys. And we're going to tier 5 this all the way up to Prince of Darkness. Use the fireball. We're not even going to do anything else. That'll be enough to get us through 99. I'm very confident in that. There we go, 99, and here's our round 100 bad. There goes the DDT, here goes the ZOMG, and cleanup duty. Oh, we got a super monkey, not a bomb like I thought. Alrighty, well hey, thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We will be doing alternate balloon round next. Thank you so much, bye-bye.